We've seen the dangers that drivers have dealt with as in Kerrville, those icy roads led to one death.
The icy roads also stopped traffic for hours on I-10 in Kirk County, and we have seen traffic able to move through that area right now, but some truck drivers say that they're still stalled out. The night team's John Paul Baraja spoke with those drivers. John Paul, give us an idea. How are those roads right now?
Steve, Stephania, traffic is clear. The roads are clear. Traffic is moving according to the Kirk County Sheriff's Office. East and westbound lanes are open, and they hope to clear any remaining trucks off the road by noon tomorrow, depending on how things play out overnight. But even with the improved driving conditions, some drivers were still stalled out on the road because of a federal law. That law states that they have to take a mandatory break after a certain amount of time driving consecutively, and this is what they had to say.
Oh man, it's freezing, man, it's cold, man. I don't have no food, man.
You have any food? When's the last time you ate?
Yesterday.
It sucks, man. It's freaking cold and it's gonna start dropping again.
The two truckers we spoke with were stuck on I-10 for hours without food or water. One of them closing in on 18 hours, the other already spending an entire day on the interstate. On top of accidents caused by the icy roads, their deliveries faced another delay because of federally mandated breaks.
You can't drive more than 11 hours a day, which is a lot, and you can't be on duty more than 14 hours before federal law requires you to stop driving.
The president of the Texas Truckers Association, John Esparza, explained, after the driving limit is reached, a 10-hour break is required to keep truckers rested and safe, as well as other motorists. Traffic jam ate into their driving limit, and because of electronic logging devices, or ELDs, some were at the mercy of technology.
Well, effectively, the ELD can be tied to the ignition in a way that unless that ELD is resets, it knows it's got a 10-hour block, the ignition may disengage.
But the driver's hours of service law wasn't stopping some who had the option to bypass the electronic lock.
I got an E-log, but if it's an emergency, I'm still gonna take off.
You'll take the violation?
I'd rather get the violation than starve or get frozen.
The only thing stopping Ivan Robles was frozen air brakes that he wasn't able to thaw out, so he ended up ditching his cargo load.
I want to get to town. I want to eat and put some fuel. I'm running on fuel, low on fuel too.
Now, we're told the fine for violating that driving limit law is a couple $100, but officials are already looking into disaster declarations to wipe out any fees that might have happened out here the last few days. In Kerrville, John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.